All right, I think the guys are here. So we've been in here working. I heard somebody banging around, so I wonder if they just got everything out of the truck and ready to go. This door opener is pretty sweet. They're silent. Oh, yes. Dang. I love it. Harrison, Justin,
how we doing?
Showed up.
Welcome.
It's freezing out here.
Ed, how are you? How are you? Here you go.
See, I love Sonic cabinets because the corners are always square. I'm telling you. I don't want to make that promise, but the corners when I get my cabinets are always square when I get it. I think it's how you guys package them. Now, we're cheating because you guys hand-delivered these to us, but
that's true.
I don't think everybody gets that treatment, but
we do appreciate it.
Let's get these things in here because it's freaking cold out here, so we don't want to let the heat out. Okay, it's been a lot of work. We're into day 3. So it feels like we're moving pretty quickly, but I got some Swisstrax laid out. Make sure to go check out the separate Swisstrax videos of us installing that. But my friends from Sonic are here. Luckily, we're in Atlanta. They're headquartered in Auburn, which is a couple of hours away. So we're lucky enough that they're able to kind of bring it to us. So they bring it to us, and not only bring it to us, but I'm going to be able to pick from Harrison and Justin. I'm going to be able to pick their brain a little bit. They get to touch and feel this stuff all the time, but I do want us to build it together. Maybe they'll show me a couple of things that I didn't know as we're assembling it, but I want to video it from unboxing all the way through to putting in place. So we laid out the Swisstrax here temporarily, and then we'll have to section out because we're not ready to finish the Swisstrax in the front of the building or the front of the garage yet, as Mike's finishing up the fans and things like that. So we're doing a cabinet array here. This isn't perfectly symmetrical. I think it's 7'9" on that side and 7'2", but we're doing an array of cabinets here with a bench. We'll talk about each cabinet, each part and piece as we assemble it, and then the other part. So the other section is going over here, as it, if that makes sense to you. So right here in the center, can't take this out because there's a well. That's where the well for the irrigation system is. Oh, this is like Christmas, and these aren't even mine. So normally, if you order these and we send them to your house, they'd come on a pallet, right? So you'd have a pallet of each, and they generally put 1 to 2 on a pallet, depending on what fits. And we generally ship them Old Dominion if we can. They tend to do a pretty good job of getting them to you with square corners. All right, so check it out. That looks like a lot of cabinets. So we got uppers, we've got pegboard with backing pieces, we've got tall storage closets, we've got the lowers, we also have countertops over there, there's some tools and stuff like that. So we're going to go through these one by one and kind of build the array. I'll probably do mostly filming and let Harrison and Justin do most of the teaching us how these go together. But it's so simple, you'll see. If you haven't seen me do the cabinet construction or putting them together, that's one of the big selling points is fit and finish. And there's very little squaring, assuming your floor isn't really, really off. But we don't have to do a lot of adjusting. They bolt together real nicely. All right, guys. Justin, what's the plan? What are we going to do? Where do we start? We start with lowers? So we're doing, just to cure everybody, and we're going to be doing closets. So these are the 20-inch. I've never actually done these or seen these in person.
Yeah, they're our single door version.
But we're going to do single door closets on the right and left, extreme left, extreme right. Then a 26.
We'll do 26 because what we're doing here is our 86-inch top.
Okay.
So with that, we can fit 2 26s and a 34 under it.
Okay. So we're doing 26, 34, 26, and then over here we're going to do, again, same thing, closet, 26, a 34 gap because we're doing a rolling cart.
Right, yeah.
I haven't done one of those yet either, and then a 26.
That's it. Okay,
sweet. So all the cabinets come where the boxes will, if you have the height, the boxes will come right off the top. All right, so it comes keys in the front. Show me what it looks like inside. How they show up, because the shelving, obviously for shipping, is laid across the bottom. See what I'm talking about? Look at it, nice, square, sharp, everything's dialed, man. That's why I chose these suckers, because they're freaking clean.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
And they're Harbor Gray.
Close, yeah. So then we have, we just dumped it over is why it looks like that. But we have, you'll have 5 shelves, I think, in each one of these.
Yep.
5 shelves. You also have 5 shelf protectors, or liners, I guess they're called, right?
Yep.
And then you also have
on the pegs. Obviously, there's
Yeah.
so you can adjust everything how you want.
Yeah, the mounting system is really superior to any other cabinet I've seen, where it fits in. There's like a rounded hole, and then the shelf. We'll show that as we put them together. But the shelf also has a rounded receiver, which is really, really clean. And then there's a welded shelf at the top of the closets. Same thing with the 36. Yeah, so we're going to flip the door so it opens against the wall rather than into your countertop. So take the door, flip it over. All it is a spring-loaded push pin type. So how do the magnets come out?
They're the same way.
See how he's doing that there? Just pull that down, slides into place. 2 seconds. And then the magnets are here.
Yeah, we're gonna move them. I'll move the door and they pop out, and then the hole's already here for them, so they just clip right back in through the back.
Got it. Okay. Cool. So this is our 34-inch 9 drawer. This is my favorite cabinet.
Oh, I love
The 9 drawer. And then here is I forget what I call this one, but this is a 4-drawer 26 with a shelved lower, which is super useful. So having a combination 26s and 34s allows you to build, I have a suggested or recommended tool package where I figured out, I actually cut the catalog apart and laid it out on my table and kind of sorted and resorted to build myself a complete kit. So we should have 3.7 inches and the gap on this side and like an inch, or less on the other side. So the Sonic tools,
Let's pull it out.
there's going to be some 34-inch
Give it a knife.
tool drawer. So your tools are going to go on the left. So how many drawers do we have? 4? This is where the magic is, people.
Look at that. Look at that. So every one of our foams, Sonic foam systems, come with an inventory control sheet. So everything is numbered, as you can see.
Yes.
So anytime you have a missing space and you need to
You're gonna know,
reorder,
I know exactly what I need.
that 10 millimeter wrench you left in the new R8, then you can go in here, see the part number that you need, and place that order over our website or just give us a call.
Holy cow. That is,
So there you go.
Now you see why. You see why I get so excited.
this run up your alley. This is amazing.
Yeah. So we picked a more universal kit for Ed. I want a complete kit, but for these purposes, you've got 3/4, half-inch, 3/8, and quarter in the same drawer, metric, all the way up to large size wrenches, which will be super useful. So these will go in a 34-inch drawer. And then we've got some 26-inch drawers. We've got some screwdrivers.
A screwdriver for every occasion.
Which we could have used the last 2 days. Now we won't need one now that we got them. These are SAE for doing things around the house. And then SAE. So we got 3 26-inch drawers and 2 34-inch drawers to deal with. So that means if it's set up the way it is here, it doesn't work. So you're gonna have to switch this cabinet with that cabinet because we need 3 drawers.
Okay, we need 3 short drawers?
I think so. They fit and look best in a short drawer.
Okay, perfect.
So if you swap, so we're gonna put our tools on our left-hand side.
Yep.
And then,
I like that.
because it makes sense to keep the 34 next to the 26 that has the tools.
So the question is, do you want this one or this one? There, because we could put the 3 in there or
Yeah,
there.
because you do have 4 drawers of, if it were
Or
me,
even, your rollout. I don't know. How are you going to use this if you?
well, the rollout has to go in the middle.
Yeah, that's gonna say where's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay,
perfect.
so we don't want
Let's just push the middle in or 2.
I think
These right
so.
here?
Yeah, that would be my vote. And believe it or not, I've seen every cabinet in existence. Not all fit and finish is like this.
These are plug and play.
This is a European fit and finish.
Feels good to get one.
Yeah, exactly.
All the slides and drawers.
You get European fit and finish with Alabama hospitality.
That's right.
That's how it goes. So these are the wire pipes. The wire pipes are what hold the cabinets together. There are two types of wire pipes. There's a 30 millimeter and a 60 millimeter. This is the 30. So you end cap the cabinet with a 30. So anytime you terminate or the cabinet ends, you'll do the single wire pipe. You do the double wire pipe when we're doing any kind of joining or when the cabinets are adjacent. And then everything here is sleeved and received, if you will. So there are receivers for all of our inserts, I guess I should say, for all of our hardware, so that everything bolts together seamlessly without having to tap anything out or do any drilling or anything like that. So we're taking, dealership grade, professional grade tools and cabinets and adapting them to, a person's garage. And so we get the byproduct of the ease of assembly and all of that works for me, for my business, translates perfectly. Right. We get all the fit and finish and quality of a pro grade product, but we're able to just bolt it together with a couple of hand tools. Just super slick. All right, we're trying to figure out, before we build the cabinet array, what would work best here. Because again, there's going to be a TV that goes above here. And so we put a 34-inch cabinet there, and it's clear the 34 is not the right size. So let's stick the other 26 on here, see how that looks. I don't know, what do you think?
I love it. In fact, I love exactly that setup, to be honest.
Okay, these are easy enough to slide into place. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our wire pipes. And notice wire pipes have inserts in them for the top. That'll be for our actually on the top and on the side. And then you have these keyhole inserts here where our main hardware goes. And so what we'll do is we'll put our hardware in, we'll screw it in loosely, and we'll slide it, and this keyhole here will slide into place. And so you have several different types of screws here. So we have our two screws with washers, or bolts, I guess you could say. So two small ones with washers will go for our uppers. Again, these come with the wire pipes. We have our three bulky hex head screws, which will be for our lower section. And then we have four screws, stainless Phillips head screws. These will be for our pegboards, our back plates. Gosh, what a difference. You should go back to episode 1 and look at the difference in, I haven't really,
Massive.
Yeah, I haven't doctored the camera here. This is real. And so then the big 60 millimeter wire pipes fit across two cabinets to hold together. So that makes simple sense, right? You bolt them. And so this guy here, so perfect. The bigger one, then slides into place and then locks our cabinets together. And then we take this guy, slide it into our keyholes, just like that. And everything will pull together when we torque it down. And we can keep these all up top because we'll be using them. We currently have an Obsessed Garage only. If you buy $7,500 of cabinets, you get $2,000 worth of tools included.
Oh, sweet.
Of course, we're hoping you buy $10,000 worth of tools, but it's a nice little promotion. All right, so I think these are 6 millimeter. So we need to get a drill set up or and that'll pull this all together. Of course, we can also level the legs if we needed to. But look at that.
You want to set it up as a drill?
So when we mount these, we want to make sure the keyholes point down. Don't make no mistake. And one way to do it is they're smart. They put the numbers facing the way that it should go. So there's little inserts here that'll receive our Phillips. So the way that I do it is take it here like this, kind of lean it at an angle just so I can get it started. And then we drop this down like that. So there's 4 stainless Phillips on each side. In order to get it started, you have to line it up and tighten them down using a using a drill or a screw gun or whatever you want to call it. Impact really doesn't work as well for this. And when I come back here, I know you're going to have all kinds of dad tools all posted to the pegboard. You're going to call Sonic yourself and have them send you, because they do make all kinds of pieces for these, you know, for the pegboard.
What, now that'd be like hangers for drills and stuff, or what?
Yeah, you just hang tools.
Yeah.
You know, from the pegboard. That way you don't have to reach down like a, you know, it's way too hard to open a drawer for some people. I like to have things in drawers.
I believe you.
There's only maybe one other person in the world that could say that I showed up to build their garage for them. So
I am honored and flattered.
it sounds like it. So you can see how our top comes. Pretty stout, but even like finishes, like they paint the bottom of the plywood core black and make it really nice. Take a good look at it, because it'll never look that good again. Like every little step of the way, we get like a little gratification, you know? Like get to see it, but then we need to push it back into place, and then we get to do a little bit of the flooring.
Holy cow.
Each shelf looks like this. So you see the little inserts, and then there are little rubber feet to help keep it from making noise. And then these little guys, these things go into the side where you want to position them, and then snap into the drawer, into the shelf like this. See how that works? Really great design for drawer. All right, people, what's going on over here? What are you doing?
Swisstrax assembly line plus Riverdance.
So we're laying out the bulk section of the floor, and then we'll push it forward up against the doors. All right, while they're working on this, I'm gonna keep working on the cabinets, getting those put together. So I was half joking about a crisis, and us creating a crisis and pretending like we had to get this done like at the 11th hour. Well, plans have changed here a bit. And that now we're putting a closet here on the side because we underestimated there's a gas pipe over here that's in the way. So it's just too long to fit. So we are now adding in a closet in lieu of, actually looks really good. It works with the chase or the AC line. Yeah, I think that actually works okay. And we get a little bit more storage. This was the original design from the Sonic guys anyway, that we kind of changed up on the fly in order to put a rolling cart in. The problem is you can't put a rolling cart in a 26.5 opening. It needs to be 34 or 33.3. And so I think this is gonna look great. The only problem is we're missing a countertop. So we're working that out right now. And so the way that this works is the wire pipe, you do not a double wire, but a single wire pipe. We screw in through the back of the cabinet into the wire pipe. That's what holds the top together. So remember I showed you there are 1, 2, 3, 4 screws or 4 positions where this bolts to or screws to the top pieces. And so we're going to use the top two here is what we screw the side cabinet into, and then there will also be one right here to pull this together. Okay, so then I'm going to take the same thing that I used here to bolt this together, to bolt the cabinet together here. We're going to take this door off anyway. Flip it around. All right, flooring is moving along. You can see there's a drain there in the middle, so there will be a little bit of give there for a little while until the tiles kind of can form to it. Fridge is going to sit in the corner here, but what we'll have to do is we'll figure out what the gap is here, and then we'll have to adjoin the two. But they have it set up distance-wise, front to back. So Mike, you're only going to do a cut on the right, my right?
That's it.
So I only have to do a cut on one side because we wanted to keep a nice, clean, fresh tile along the edge of the tile section. Okay, let me put my uppers in here, and then we're gonna figure out if we can get a countertop. We need a 53-inch countertop. You can't put 326s together and have a clean countertop. You can do 126, you could do a 34 and 26, but you can't do 326s together unless you want to do your own custom countertop. All right, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you can see that in there. See how there's a keyhole that you slide it onto, and then you put the lowers in. There's a little cap on the end here. We push in place. Cap makes it look clean. There's our uppers. That's what our array on the right-hand side looks like. Man, that looks good. You got it, son. Dang, look at that.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable.
So before you start freaking out about the closet over here, listen, this door is slightly this way. It's hard to see, but it's like 10 inches difference, or 7 inches difference, something like that. So we can't fit a 34 in this section, and they don't make a countertop that'll fit 326s, and so the perfect setup is to put a closet. But it looks
great.
Yeah,
it works perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
yeah. So we started the day. We had no Swisstrax in here. We had no cabinets here.
No
we had
ceiling
tools.
fans.
We had no ceiling fans. We had the lights done.
Right.
And so Mike put in the security lights. We have to get some breakers tomorrow in order to be able to install those. What do you think, Mike? What else we got?
Left.
Yeah, we got to do our air compressor.
Start adding jewelry. We got reels.
Yeah, hose reels, air compressor, pressure washer, TV. We got some more cabinets coming. We got the countertop coming. The Sonic guy's going to bring that back. We're going to put the toe kicks in.
Right.
We've made all the cuts back here. There's a little section right here you can't see, but we made all the cuts.
Yeah, we're 4
all
tiles
the way
away
down
from this.
Yeah,
room.
so we have that whole side wall done, the whole back wall done. We're going to do the closet here, closet there. We got another corner cut, but this is almost all cut. We have to cut the other 2 small garages as well, which will be relatively straightforward. So today's Tuesday, day 3. I feel like we got a lot done.
Yes.
We're like 60-70% done.
Yeah. I think Mike's saying we're about 60% done. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
And
It's radical, the difference. I mean, it doesn't feel like the same space.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
But it's interesting because it's not a single thing that makes it overwhelming. It is very much the combination of everything.
Right.
If we did it incrementally, I mean, you'd feel it, but not anything like this.
Yeah, well, that was one of your questions. Like, man, I don't see how a regular guy could do all of this.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of things. One, we have vaulted ceilings, so that's a big deal. We have, finished slightly taller ceilings in here. We were dealing with can lights. Imagine you had a garage where you had some pre-wired, or you had like a regular light fixture. It'd be a little easier to do.
Right.
And most people aren't going to do this all at once.
Sure.
They'll do their lighting, and then 6 months later do the flooring, and then a year later do your cabinets. And so not everybody's able to do it. Plus, we're dealing with 2,000-ish square feet, so this is a little bit more involved. I mean, but I could do all of this. It would just take me, take months of work by myself. And a couple of the lighting things that probably would have been above my pay grade. Certainly the wiring of the compressor, so I would have had to hire some electricians. But I think a lot of people could do this. You could do this yourself.
Right.
You could certainly build the cabinets yourself.
Yeah,
you see the flooring.
Yeah, you could do the cabinets, the floor.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it's
lighting would be something you may want to leave with an electrician, but yeah, this is great, man. We're moving along. So TV should be here soon. For frame of reference, show people like standing next to the cabinet. They were 37 inches high. You're what, 6'5"?
6'5", so yeah.
And so just to give you a frame of reference for height of the cabinet. So we're going to put in some wiring on the left cabinet because there's no outlet on the right. That's a block stem wall there. But yeah, man, the lighting is perfect. We have it strategically positioned. You don't even really need under cabinet lighting, unless you're doing a lot of work on the on the bench there, but yeah.
Gonna do some shelves.
Yeah, so we'll start to deal with seeing the shelves, figuring out where those will go. That looks like a pretty opportune spot for it. You can see our edge cut. We cut this whole wall here. The fridge looks like it's about 1 out. We'll have to get a garbage can to kind of cover up. That's a really strategic place for a garbage can right there, right
perfect,
where
yeah.
that outlet is. We've cut all this. Make sure to check out the Swisstrax videos. We'll be talking about how we did relief cuts and things like that. But you can see, yeah, made some progress. The fans are in, and I'm a believer now. I wasn't a believer in the fans, probably because it wasn't my idea. You know, if it's not my idea, I'm not down. I'm usually not down for that. So, yeah, we'll see about tackling projects like changing out all the old school switches for flip switches, and maybe do some, hopefully do some white. But yeah, man, this is coming together. I think we'll have our sonic cabinets. We made our decision over here in the entry, the main area where people walk up. So we'll have a display, 2 cabinets, and a 53-inch countertop, stainless. And of course, we'll be working on our pressure washer as well. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can address something with the wiring, do some sort of trim or something, but we'll see how far we get into it with the wiring of the
Garage door openers.
yeah, good stuff, man. Day 3 in the books. We're not doing too shabby.
Not at all.
We'll catch all you on tomorrow.
Smash that like button.
No, don't do that. Oh yeah, do that, but don't say that. Catch you on the next one. Hey Mike, can you come fix this for me before I throw this against the frickin' wall?
Are you a Dolphins fan?
No, just they were the closest to VinWiki colors.
Well, I saw you wearing orange socks specifically with them, so I thought.
I realized earlier that I had red socks on with navy shoes and orange laces, and I'm like, I'm not used to filming anything where you could actually see my feet.
Yeah, right.
So